the one yet again. Before I even begin, you already know what I'm gonna say. Make sure that you go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Tomorrow I will be putting up another episode of my podcast exclusively over there, just like I do every single Tuesday. Y'all already know that. Let's get into what we need to talk about. Now, I know that y'all are so tired of me talking about DaBaby. I'm tired of this shit too, but mama, he is still in the news. He's still in the news, much to the frustration of his management, much to the frustration of whatever PR person he hired this week, because listen, remember what I said about like apologies and shit, like celebrity apologies. Once they have Sky Daddy in there, once they put God in there, bitch, once they put that imaginary friend in there, bitch, you already know that it's really serious at this point. It's really serious. But I still doubt the skills of whatever PR person he put on the payroll, because for the entire first paragraph of his fake ass, tired ass apology, he centered himself as the victim, and it was just like, wow, like whoever you hired, ma'am, and I'm sure you didn't have many options, because if I was a PR person, I'd be like, bitch, I am not working for your ass. Like, are you serious? So I'm sure it was given like last resort kind of things, but girl, they were dropping his ass from festivals. I think it was like, he got dropped from 4 festivals in like barely one week. And when I tell you I was over here cackling, I was cackling. Now, like I said in my live stream, I do think that a lot of this shit is very performative, because they dropped DaBaby from this shit, but they still have some of these violent, abusive ass, fucked up ass musicians who are, still on their show. So a lot of that shit is performative, of course. But to me, it's just so crazy that he even went up there and said that shit. Like, he really thought he was still in 2004 or some shit, like when everybody was wearing like oversized shirts. It's like, you really thought you can get up and hype the crowd up by saying homophobic shit. Like, this is not the 1990s, say the 2000s, the early 2000s, man. Like, you really thought. But the beginning of this the beginning of this apology starts off, social media moves so fast that people want to demolish you before you even have the opportunity to grow, educate, and learn from your mistakes. We all know that social media moves fast, and that's exactly why after you said that fucked up shit that you did, you dropped the fucking video. You counted on it moving fast, just not in the direction that you thought. Just not in the direction that you thought. Now, I know I said this before, but I will always say it. I think it's so hilarious when people come out here ready to drag a Karen and they say shit like, oh, but why are you mad at me for saying the N-word? I just need to be educated, little Negor. I just need to be educated. Like, y'all get so mad at racists for saying the exact kind of language that he's using now. But I already said it. I already made that point. He said, as a man who has had to make his own way from very difficult circumstances, having people I know publicly work against me, knowing that what I needed was an education on these topics and guidance has been challenging. I appreciate the many people who came to me with kindness, who reached out to me privately to offer wisdom, education, and resources. That's what I needed, and it was received. So like the entire first paragraph was like, oh, me. It's so annoying to have to go through this in the public eye. Why can't I just hate you? Why can't I hate you homos in peace? Why can't y'all need to educate me? If I called you a dick sucking homo, like that, it's just my heart. I just like, oh my God. Like, y'all spend y'all entire lives terrorizing queer people, and then when we drag the shit out of y'all are like, oh my, but wait, me? Like, you sound like a Karen. Y'all sound like Karens. Y'all sound like Karens, and y'all are making fun of Karens while sounding exactly like them. Don't you feel stupid? And then I guess whoever he hired to write this actually remembered that they had to at least, fake an apology to the LGBT community after that long ass paragraph. Like, oh shit, don't we have to do something in this statement? Oh shit, apologize to the LGBT community. I want to apologize to the LGBTQ+ community for the hurtful and triggering comments I made. Again, I apologize for my misinformed comments about HIV and AIDS, and I know education on this is important. Love to all, God bless. And like I said, remember, once Sky Daddy is included, the money must be really, really fucked up at this point. Once you non-religious ass, be sinning ass niggas include, non-Bible reading ass niggas include God in y'all fucking message, oh yeah, y'all money's fucked up. But yeah, not only did he say that stupid shit thinking that he was going to get the crowd to, really wild out, You know, and he said that shit in front of a bunch of white people, which is like, of course homophobia exists in white communities, but it shows up in different ways, you know what I mean? So for him to go in front of all these white people, and these, you know, you got all these gay executives signing your checks and the labels and then all this shit, like, for you to do that shit in this big ass festival, like, you're just stupid as fuck, you're just dumb as fuck, you're just dumb as fuck, but yeah. And oh my gosh, who else? There were some people talking about, oh my gosh, y'all need to just relax. It's not that serious. Y'all too sensitive. Y'all forcing these. What did Boosie say? In 10 years, it's not going to be normal for kids to be straight. Y'all are pushing this shit on our kids. And I'm just like, man, y'all push heterosexuality and gender norms on y'all kids before they even, like, as soon as they pop out the womb, y'all are already color coding they shit. Y'all talk about the gay agenda. The real agenda is the heterosexual agenda. Y'all force this shit before you even understand. Before kids even know who they are, y'all forcing them to be some shit that they don't even have an understanding of. Like, bitch, let them grow up and be and become who they are before you start shoving that shit down their throat. You looking at us, bitch. That shit is crazy. But yeah, you niggas, I want you niggas to be trembling. I want y'all niggas to be shaking. I want y'all to be like the shit that y'all used to say in, like I said, the early 2000s, 1990s, girl. I want y'all to at least think twice before you say this shit, or be, you know, or understand that your money's so tied up in this shit that you don't want to say no homophobic shit, at least not in public. You see what I'm saying? I want you niggas to be trembling in fear, bitch. Y'all spent so many years trying to terrorize the queer community, and now I just like to see the clown coming back to bite. I just love it. I love it. I love it. Inject it into my veins. Please, please. As for the LGBT community, I ain't tripping off y'all. Bitch, I bet you are now, bitch. You really tripping now. You gotta tie them shoelaces, whole clown. Tie them clown shoes up. And then these people talking about, oh my gosh, are y'all really serious? Are y'all really happy about this happening to DaBaby? Y'all preventing that man from eating and feeding his family? I was like, are you talking about a multi-millionaire? Are you talking about a multi-millionaire? He's gonna be okay, and he's the same homophobic fans that supported him before this shit happened. They gonna continue to support his ass. He gonna be okay, and if he's not, he better sell them chains. He better sell them chains. He better sell them cars. You niggas are so annoying. What else is going on? What else can we talk about? Matt Damon recently, I don't know why he thought this was like something that I don't know. Matt Damon's already trash, but Matt Damon said that he retired the F slur for a homosexual. He stopped using that slur. He stopped calling us fags because it's no longer used the same way as when he was a kid. Apparently his daughter had to write him this long ass message or long ass explanation as to why he shouldn't say the F slur. And he's 50 years old and he said he just stopped using it. Now Matt, if you can't call me, if I walk past your ass and you can't call me the F slur, what are you gonna call me? Well, I guess you got plenty of options. Okay, I'm done. 50 years old. I'm just picking random topics at this point. Lenny Kravitz wished Jason Momoa a happy birthday. Just look at this picture and it's like, wow, you know Malcolm in the middle is giving very much Adrian in the middle. That's all I'm gonna say on that. And Lisa is one of the luckiest women on the face of this planet, girl. Can you imagine the sleepovers? Can you imagine the sleepovers? Can you imagine? Oh my God, I just want to be a fly on the wall, a camera in the corner. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Please, Lisa. Did y'all know that apparently this is some real shit? Like, it's apparently actually happening on the 14th of May in 2022. I just remember seeing this flyer going around all on social media and a bunch of artists having to say like, girl, this is not real, it's not happening. But now it's apparently really gonna happen. So I don't know if we're still gonna be on the face of this planet in 2022, 2023 with the way the shit is going, with the way that Miss Delta is moving, like she is a literal airline, like she's like one of these airplanes moving through, like she's just moving through our population. So I don't know, are we gonna still be here in 2022? Like, oh, you hate to fucking see it, girl, but apparently they doing it. All these festivals happening. Apparently, Frank Ocean is supposed to headline Coachella in 2023. He was supposed to do it in 2020, but that was before it got canceled. So now, the fact that he's, gonna do some shit in 2023 makes me wonder if we're getting another album. Are we getting an album? He's been very low-key, very silent. Are we getting an album? I hope that we are. I really like to see how Lizzo and Chris Evans joke around with each other. I think that shit is hilarious. Lizzo has kind of been entertaining this like running joke between like her and her fans and shit, that Chris Evans is her baby daddy and like that she's that she's like gonna be carrying his kid or some shit. And Lizzo made a TikTok saying, hey, guess what guys? Guess what, besties? The rumors are true. And it's funny because she's apparently gonna be releasing a single called Rumors pretty soon. She just showed us what's happening in her DMs. And Chris Evans, he was just like, yeah, Lizzo, I've seen that we're apparently going to be bringing in a bundle of joy into this world. And then he said, I'm happy to see this. He said, just promise me no gender reveal parties. All the other bullshit aside, y'all do not know how to handle yourselves at gender reveal parties. It seems like if y'all are not calling down an asteroid to come and demolish a home at these parties, y'all set some shit on fire, y'all exploding some fireworks in somebody's face. It's just like, just leave the reveal parties alone. And our 2021 might be just a tad bit better than it is right now. Now, lastly, we can talk about somebody else who seems to be going through it as well. Alfonso, who played Carlton Banks on The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, recently spoke up about how he feels like his blackness is just being challenged, especially by black people. He said, I am in a mixed relationship. And I feel like, I mean, this is how he started off. I feel like this is something he will never, ever, 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 ever let us forget. I'm in a mixed relationship and I get things and looks and comments constantly, and I find it very interesting because you see a lot of things on social media where people say things and people have positions and perspectives, and it's not easy to make that choice because you're not at home in any home. I'm never going to be white and I'm never going to be fully supported in the black house. In my own little world with support from almost no one, to be in love with someone I've fallen in love with, how does that make sense? It doesn't. I live in a mixed world. I love in a mixed world. I live in a black world and I love in that world. He also talked about how the BET Awards ain't inviting him nowhere and it's fine. He can purchase a ticket, but he's not gonna purchase a ticket, blah, 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 whatever. And then people on social media were just like, hey girl, do you remember saying this?
For me, cause there's some hot white out here. Okay, now.
Hey, Alfonso,
Now I gotta say, listen, I have been known to fuck some white girls in my lifetime.
Yeah! Go Alfonso,
Okay, every time you see me in a club, guess who I walk out with?
Who?
A lovely blonde white chick.
And it's just like, that's the answer to your question, sir. Like, why do you think some parts of the black community feel a way about you when you go around saying shit like that? And that's not the last time you done said some shit like that. So I don't know what to tell him other than I feel like the fight, the battle that you're looking to engage in with, you know, certain segments of the black community or the black community as a whole, I feel like you just need to redirect that energy towards yourself. You know what I mean? Examine why you feel like you need to do or say some of the things that you do or say. No one is saying that you can't be with someone who's of a different race. No one is ever saying that. That would be stupid to say. But for you to get up on here talking about, yeah, you know, and I love my white bitches, and I love white women, and white blonde hair and blue eyes, and white woman, and blonde hair and blue eyes, and white woman, blonde hair and blue. It's just like, okay. It's not unusual to be tap dancing. Get out my face. I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for watching. And make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.
I know your nigga wanna take a bite of this. I always got the nigga begging for just one kiss. I know your nigga wanna take a bite of this. I always got the nigga begging.